We can start here with Tay's lady.
Repeat the question.
Why do
one
men
more time.
cheat?
What are some of the most ridiculous reasons, in
think?
your opinion, that men cheat?
I think like looks. Like
You think that's ridiculous?
I mean, if like it depends how like serious the relationship was. Like I don't know. Like I don't know.
What do you
But
know,
my-
man?
So
What do
I
you
would
know?
just say like looks. Like if you that easy, like just
So
because
looks.
you see somebody that's cute,
All right.
Ridiculous.
yeah.
All right.
Okay.
What about you? What are some of the most ridiculous reasons men cheat, in your opinion?
I don't know about ridiculous, but from like past relationships, what I've heard the most is like not enough attention.
The guy didn't get enough attention.
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
feel like that's an excuse.
All right. What about you?
Excuse me. I think just because they're horny, whenever like this is just stupid. They horny and they're gonna just do them. This is stupid.
Wait, it's stupid that we're horny?
Yes. Yeah, because if you're horny, you don't have to just go and cheat. You know.
But I'm horny.
Be quiet.
Oh shit! I'm horny though. Like, who else is gonna, tug me off when you're not there?
You can wait.
I can wait on what?
You can wait.
On what?
Oh please.
Oh, please. Okay.
Have a little more self-control.
Oh, self-control?
Yeah, Chris.
Oh, yeah. You want fresh, you're right.
Okay, Chris. What the fuck?
That's interesting.
All right.
Self-control, guys. Make sure it happens.
All right. What about you? What is the most ridiculous reason you think men cheat?
I think they do it for validation, for sure.
From who?
Just for themselves, like to feel like they can.
I agree with that. I actually had a person tell me that they were in their slut phase and they were doing that simply because they were getting validation. Like verbatim, I had that conversation 2 weeks ago with a man.
What kind of validation, though?
By women, like the fact that he can like fuck women and that he was doing it on an OnlyFans, so he was like so proud of himself that he got views and just wanted validation from women because he wanted supply.
Yeah, who are your friends, bro?
Oh, that he's trust
Swingers.
me. He's my ex, and I haven't spoken to him for 8 years. He's an awful person.
Okay. So validation. What about you, Miss Main?
Miss Main. I think a ridiculous reason would be that it's just, the nature of the man. I think you have to have some sort of self-control. It's not really attractive to me that you can't keep that in check.
Okay. Interesting. What about you?
I mean, ultimately, I would say that they're missing something from the relationship that they're having, because ultimately a healthy relationship should supply all of the needs to each person. So I don't know if that's ridiculous or not, but I do think that that's a reason that men generally go outside, is because they feel unfulfilled in the relationship that they have.
So you think of a man as fulfilled in his relationship, he's not going to want other women?
I mean, if you have great communication and you build a rapport and you've been together for a long time and you're monogamous and you're going outside of the relationship, something's wrong in the relationship. Therefore, the man is seeking something from someone else. Therefore, there has to be something misconstrued or miscommunicated between the two of you if that has not been happening.
Do you think men and women are fulfilled sexually the same way?
No, I do not.
So would it be fair to say the things that you just mentioned for fulfillment are feminine things that lead to fulfillment?
No, I think that men require or like more sex than women. I think women are more emotional, so we can kind of take it or leave it sometimes, especially as we get older. But men, but again, when men are older, I kind of have an age range theory. When you get to be an adult, you just kind of understand that shit doesn't fly anymore. Like, if you want to have a marriage, if you want to have kids, you can't just want to be fulfilled and go sleep with someone. It's not sustainable. You're going to get divorced, or the kids are going to get hurt. Like, it's just, you got to think about everything before you do it.
So does that mean that they're fulfilled if they're doing these things from an obligation, like a familial obligation, but they might not necessarily be fulfilled themselves?
If they're doing it because they don't feel fulfilled or familiar, sorry, these words are.
Let me keep it simple. Do you think one woman can fulfill all a man's needs?
I do, if it's communicated properly and the man tells the woman what, I mean,
Do you think communication is as important to men as it is for women?
I think that it should be. I mean,
But is it?
Honestly, yes, because if they communicated, we would do what they needed to do.
What if it's I want other women and you can't fulfill that?
Well, then maybe that's not the relationship for you and him.
Interesting. Now it's not the relationship. See,
And
this is
you
why guys don't tell women the truth, bro.
And you had to open one. It didn't work.
Because I don't know if you noticed it, but everything you mentioned for fulfillment is like the feminine side. It's not the male side. We don't care about communication and all this other bullshit that women like.
So you don't care about having a fulfilled relationship with your girlfriend and actually being in love and fulfilling that and feeling that. And
Wait, love.
The problem is that we can be in love with our girl, but she's still not going to fulfill us sexually. Men typically want variety.
Yeah.
Almost always.
Yep.
And one girl simply can't do that.
Facts.
Pizza, burgers,
Yeah.
fish.
What if you ate the same food every single day?
I mean, it's the same idea as porn and the instant gratification of clicking and clicking and clicking.
Well,
and
that should
the
tell you
dop-
something.
Yeah,
Why is
of
porn
course.
so ubiquitous in society today?
Because men can get that click and they can get that dopamine spike, and then unfortunately it
But
creates a situation.
let's go a step further. Why do men like porn?
Because they're looking to jack off more. Yes, because
No.
they do have more sexual. They want to get off more than women do.
No.
That's why
No. Key is they want to get off how? Because they could just smash their girl if they want it, but why don't they do that?
the girl may not be available. The girl may be at work. The guy may be at work. I mean, like, guys get
The answer's in your
horny.
face. It's variety. It's variety, and women don't like to hear that, but the reality is it's variety.
I know that men want variety, but if they want to have a successful relationship and marriage and children, and that not to end in divorce, they're gonna have to learn to figure out how to control themselves, and or you're gonna have to have a communication with that person where they can like go have sex with someone once a year.
Okay, let me ask you a question. You said you have high standards, right?
Correct.
You want a guy that earns a certain amount of money and certain type of status,
Not
height,
that earns a
etc.
certain amount of money, but that has a job and a purpose and is not, a low life.
Are you
selling
going to yield
drugs.
on those standards at all?
What do you mean?
Are you going to lower
yeah.
them?
No.
No.
Not.
Nope. That's
it's
fine.
Not really.
That's cool.
No.
So you're not budging on your standards.
I don't like to. No.
So then why should men
I don't think I
budge on
should.
their standards and deal with only one woman?
But if your standard is to fuck as many women as possible, then you should not be in a relationship monogamously with one woman.
But what I'm telling you is that that's what men typically want.
Well, then you shouldn't be in a relationship.
It's just
with
that
one woman.
most men restrict that because of the response I'm getting right now. As a matter of fact, this is a very uncomfortable conversation for a lot of men to have with women, because women don't like to hear the truth that your pussy is not that special, and we want multiple women.
Well, that's fine.
We can love a girl for sure. She'll get the provisioning and the security and the last name.
But
But
then
men are always going to want sexual variety.
But then pretty much you're talking about,
In general.
polyamory. You're talking about
Polygamy?
Yeah, you're talking about polygamy.
Yeah.
You're saying that all men want a
Quick question for you: who wanted the polygamous relationship in the last one that you were in?
I did.
Oh, that's not normal.
No, it is normal.
No.
It's not.
Yo.
No, it's not.
It's not.
If I was not fulfilled sexually by the partner that I had, and I told him that, and I said, hey, there's this, I was opened up to a world of that because I was doing a lot of yoga and things like that, and those
Yeah.
people can get a little woo woo.
Yeah.
So I was exposed to it, and I said, hey, let's try it. I was 25 at the time.
Yep.
It's 10 years later.
Yep.
Okay, this lasted for about.
But you don't want to do it now.
No,
Yeah.
because I'm an adult.
But what if I told you if you took a man and he was 35, it ain't gonna change between 25 to 35. He's probably gonna still want multiple women.
I mean, I'm 35.
And the reason for that is because I'm willing to bet the man that you were in, that you had this relationship with, this polyamory, this open relationship, you probably had more sexual market value than him. You were more attracted than him. It was a gift that he was even in a relationship with you. You could have done better. You knew you could have done better.
Yes.
Therefore, you were
Yeah.
like, okay, I will go ahead and get my provisioning and security in a relationship from you because you're a pussy. However, I will go ahead and have sex with more attractive and or date better men than you because I can. And he can't do anything because you have the leverage in the relationship. Would that be fair to say?
I allowed him to do the same thing.
Did you
You
allow him to
allowed.
do the same thing? See, keyword, you
well,
allowed
because
him to do the
this is
same
the thing. That when you have a relationship that's open, you have to talk about boundaries. You have to say,
Of course.
am I a priority person? And then, do you talk about the sex that you're having with other people? Do you not talk about it? Like, there's a whole lot of boundaries and things that you need to speak about if you're going to have.
So imagine
a
when you were
polyamorous
25, right?
relationship.
You were like probably at your peak or whatever, and you were able to,
Women in their
exude
sexual peak at